up, guys? Brian.
Hi.
Hi, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
So a quick backstory, right? So I got my start YouTube ads specifically because I was working full-time for Dean Graziosi. And I learned YouTube ads in his vehicle, spent millions of dollars on YouTube ads for brands, and I've been one of the best direct response marketers the last few decades. So he's all about obviously creating, right? He films videos every week. That's his highest ROI leverage activity. So when it comes to the creative, right, he has a very simple framework that I've used for our clients with the agency for YouTube ads, and it's just the same that you already learned today, right? But it's hook, story, close. Okay, same thing for YouTube Organic. Now, you were asking earlier about should you film the 3 to 5 hooks and then just the body, right? Or should you just film a bunch of ads and how many at once? What I've found is that this structure works really well because it allows you to test. This structure allows you to find one winning ad pretty quickly. Because if you have, what we do is 5 hooks, right? 1 story and 1 close. And this is kind of like its own section right here. So how do you find the hooks, right? Well, what we teach our clients is just don't reinvent the wheel. Use what already works, right? So Adam, you already have an email that crushed, right? And you said you just took it and ran it as an ad. So how did you do it exactly?
I just shot myself in a video.
Selfie.
That was like my point. Basically the same.
It's easy right there, right? So you have an email that's converting, and we do this for our clients. Well, give me your best email, and we convert it to this right here, right? The hook is the subject line, right? That's anywhere from 0 to 15 seconds, right? Sometimes 30. And then the thing about YouTube ads now is the ads have to be 3 minutes. They should be 3 minutes. So 3 minutes.
Is it like not 3 minutes or average?
3 minutes or less. 3 minutes or less. We've tested this recently because YouTube actually just came out with this in their policy that they're favoring ads that are 3 minutes or less. And so if you think about it, YouTube ads is just getting someone to click off the ad to go to the landing page. So you want to make the ad to get them to click to go to the next step. So the ad's all about getting them to click, right? So in this 3 minutes, you know, the framework of the hook, right? You're getting their attention with the, in this case, the email down the subject line. That's one way you can do it. Another way is we just use the headline on the actual sales page or the landing page, right? So you can just go to your landing page right now and whip up a Google document and copy and paste your headline of your landing page, and then that's a hook, right? You can just word it around a little bit and use that as well. Another way to find hooks is obviously the biggest pain point of frustration. So as you guys are doing intros yesterday, everyone was talking about how to scale YouTube ads, or the best way to launch on YouTube ads. And then one of you guys said, or a lot of you said inconsistent lead flow. And so like these are all things that I'm thinking about now for our ads, because those are the biggest pain points and frustrations of everyone in the room, right? And the market in general. Another one's lead volume, right? Like these are the hot topics that are going on in the community right now, or in the industry. And so you use those hot topics as hooks. So one way to find a hook is the hot topics, right? So for me, I would use a hook of something like, are you tired of dealing with inconsistent lead flow and your Facebook ad costs are rising? Well, you should run YouTube ads. And if you want to learn how to run YouTube ads the right way and scale your campaigns to whatever, then keep watching this video, right? That's the hook. So if you're someone who's dealing with inconsistent lead flow, tired of running Facebook ads, or struggling to get costs from Facebook ads that are profitable, right, you're probably going to continue watching. So there's 3 ways to find hooks: emails, landing page headline, and then hot topics in your industry.
Also, I'll share something.
Yeah, Mitch is actually really good at YouTube ads too.
There's also like different styles of hooks, right? So like you have a polarizing hook, right? Like my best ad is like, is your calendar look like this? Blank. Is your calendar looks like this and it's full, right? So like there's styles of hooks. You're like direct ad. Do you want more calls on the calendar? Like you're going right for the drug, right? So it's like you want to mix it like with those 5 hooks. I'd even recommend 2 like stories or what I call bodies, because now you have 10 variations, right? And you don't know which one's gonna pop off. So you have like hook could be like polarizing, then another one's like direct. Then you have another one that's like success story based one, right? So you have like a variation in the hooks as well, of like the style of the hook. And then you're kind of looking at it as angles too, because the angle is the hook in the body, right? That's like, one of them could be like, LinkedIn is king, and I could like have a whole angle around that, for example. So you want to look at it as angles as well, and then the hook, you can have like different styles of hooks, and then that makes up the whole ad variation. And then you have so much to test from, right? So you test it like with different keywords, and you can like mix and match them, and that's where you find the winning combo of ad audience combo, right?
Yeah.
That's really the name of the game.
Yeah. The creative is 80% of the work,
Yeah.
hands down.
How do you come up with hooks?
You want to do it again?
You know, like what? Like, is there a formula or something that you use for like hooks?
Yeah, so well, with our clients, right, when they come to us, we have them just literally answer a Google document that has 21 questions on it. These 21 questions are literally asking about extracting their information on their avatar. What are their biggest pain points, their frustrations, what keeps them awake at night, similar to what you do, the up level, your avatar document, right? And then we use those to come up with the topic of the hook, right? And then that topic of the hook becomes the solution we present to the body, right? So the body has, like you do with organic, it's 3 bullet points, right? Bullets. So what we do here is like one of our clients at Tap Brothers, their best ad was, hey, stop doing this exercise. That's the first second or 2, right? Hey, stop doing this exercise. And then it goes, and it transitions to B-roll of military guys. And the next sentence, the next line is, this one popular exercise has been banned by the military, and 7 out of 10 people use this exercise every single day. So it's stop doing this exercise, and it's in like Mitch said, it's like almost like a curiosity. What's the exercise? So you're almost continuing to watch to figure out what exercise it is, so you can continue doing it. So you can, if you're doing the exercise, you stop doing the exercise, right? And then that also sets them up to say it again.
What's the exercise?
Yeah, so you're going to find out which is the best part about that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's the crunch, by the way.
It's a what?
The crunch.
It's like a...
Yeah, like the typical crunch of one thing that we're testing right now that's working really well is just taking a clip of the VSL and testing it as an ad, right? Because you want them to watch the VSL anyways. The VSL is what's selling them, right? And the VSL is your highest converting salesperson you have. So we're taking a clip of that, putting it as the actual ad, and then what's cool about this is that this works really well because they're watching it as an ad and they're clicking the opt-in to continue watching. Right, so they're just like already in the frame.
What's the best hook you've ever seen?
Oh, dude, that's a good question. The best hook I've ever seen.
That one's pretty good.
Everyone knows it. I think it was Dean. He did what I call like the follow along ad, and he did this a lot. Where, hey, come check this out, and then he would show you the computer, and then so immediately it's like you're getting your attention, and it goes, and then it says that was one of the ads, but I think the best hook that I've ever seen was
Here in my garage.
yeah, I mean
It's
yeah,
hard to beat.
It has to be. Yeah, I would say it here in my garage. I made YouTube ads. Everyone knows that.
That's the king of YouTube.
Yeah,
It's-
ties the beast.
Spray foam. Washing the car. Yeah.
Watching the Lamborghini.
Well, I think what that goes along with what Sam said. As soon as Sam said, like earlier, that people want to, in an ideal world, people want to come over to your house and hang out. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is what Ty does every single time. How many videos you watch of him and he's opening his front door? Hey, what's up? Right? Or hey, Mark Cuban came over, right? Or he's in his backyard. Hey, here in my backyard. Gonna go right?
Puerto Rico. Is it like Puerto Rico or something?
But it's like every time though, it's like you're stepping into his world and he's telling you a little bit about it. And then when you said that yesterday, when you just switched topics, I was like, so many light bulbs of all the Tai Lopez videos that I watch where he does it so much. And I was like, okay.
I do have Roland Frazier, one of our clients. Don't start a business, buy an existing business.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah.
That's the hook.
That's the hook. Don't start a business, buy an existing business.
I've seen that ad like 5,000 times.
We keep running it.
Yeah. And I've clicked on it too, multiple
It's been
times.
running for two and a half years now.
And then how often when do you first state call to action, and how often do you repeat it?
Yeah, so there's two call to actions. So the first call to action over here, and I'm not the best with drawings, so sorry. CTA, this is just to continue watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this. It's like a soft CTA. It's not really continuous. It's not like keep watching, but it's like in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this, right? Whatever the bullet points here. This is like problem, misconception, someone was saying about the YouTube organic. Problems, pain points, frustrations, and you're kind of overcoming them in the story. And then you also add a CTA pretty much right here. Yeah, like you can do that at the 30-second mark as well.
So you should have one CDA for the thing,
Yeah, just
and like 30 seconds.
in this video, yeah. That's the CTA that I was using. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this. So they will be able to launch it, right? Because getting them to click early, if you can, if it's a direct offer. Like if they already know you, they're on your marketing list, they subscribe to your YouTube, you can get
So CDA is then click the button, you'll be taken to this page.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's
And
like
what kind of minute or second mark?
it depends on the script, but like probably 1 minute. So 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So I'd say 2 minutes is like the sweet spot tempo. And then the CTA number 2 would come right here, right, which would be like closer to 2:45 here. And then we have 10 seconds as an in screen before the 3 minutes. So it's just like the call to action tempo, like the call to action in screen, just the countdown time.
It's like 30 seconds for like put on it, 30.
But the one at 30 isn't to click the button.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just continue watching.
3 minutes.
Oh, you do your first one at that point.
Yeah, like 30 to 45 seconds.
And when you're doing the 3 minutes or less, like at what point, how quickly typically are you giving them a call to action?
Yeah, Mitch is 30 seconds.
Yeah, like 30, 45 seconds.
And
You're basically telling them like hook, they're like sucked in, and then it's like you're giving them all the pain points of yes. It's like, hey, go click on this link. Here's a bunch of case studies.
is that what you end with?
I
Is
hammer them with case studies, and then it's like, and then go into more pain points, and then another call to action, and then more case studies, and then end screen 30 seconds.
do you always have some form of like a case study or testimonial in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you recommend for that? Like social proof testimonials?
Yeah, I mean, Alex Becker's really good at that.
Yeah.
Alex Becker's really good at that. You can do screenshots. Screenshots work really well. So, like, screenshots of the one that you said, Sam, you saying is the YouTube ad Save My Business. That would be a screenshot we would use, right? Something like that. And then, yeah, what do you say?
Like screenshots of money results, like my Facebook calls, like whatever the result is they want, I just hammer them where it is.
Yeah, Mitch's ad is really good. You guys haven't seen how to pack the calendar.
I modeled off a lot of Becker.
Yeah, that's a really good ad.
Brian, on the story, how often are you telling kind of describing factor of what your business is as opposed to like nugget value of education?
Very quick with the story. Like the story starts off with just the intro. Like, my name is Moncada. I'm the founder of Mastermind.com, and we've run YouTube ads for some of the biggest names in the industry, X, Y, Z.
So that's describing what you're doing,
Yeah, exactly.
not delivering educational value.
Yeah, and then I go right to the education after that.
So it's both.
Yeah, so you have the intro and the story, and then it's education.
So hook, describe.
Hook, self-intro, and then education.
So when you say story, you be using the story
Of like,
for your own
yeah.
story. Take your body.
Yeah, it's like body, story, body, right? Like, because Dean, if you think about it, right? Dean has no story clothes because Dean's selling to like a wide variety of people, like everybody. So stories work really well when you're going to like B2C, mass market, because it's not B2B. Like, he tells a story about something that happened, and he gets them emotional, and then obviously he gets them to click, right? So we use this template, and it's story, which is introducing yourself, and then you can tell a story too. But ultimately, in the market we're in, right? Like, you just self-intro and then go right to educating them.
It could be a client story too.
What about like style? Is it selfie video on the phone?
Phone works really well. Yeah.
Selfie?
Selfie. Yeah. We found that is the quickest to produce. It takes less complexity, and it's just easy to do versus like getting everything set up. I mean, Flossie, you should do. I mean, you could probably test selfie. It probably work because you're just so good on video.
Oh, what, like doing like a phone?
Phone ad, yeah. But like with your setup, because you're used to it, you would feel comfortable just doing it in DSLR.
Yeah,
But for minimum viable production.
Like movement works really good, great in the hook. Like the first 5 seconds, if you move around, it's
Yeah.
That's what I love about the
Oh,
phone.
I've done that.
It's,
I've
you get
done
all
that
this
before.
movement in it. It's more personal too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the Dean ad worked really well. He's like, hey, come check this out, right? Because someone was filming him, and he's walking around his office while he was doing it. So like, you could even film one here in the office. Have you guys say? Or you're like, it's kind of like you're coming on an adventure, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're keeping their attention by showing them different input, like as you're talking. That's anything. So like the top 5 things that what we found to work with ads is like you need these 5 things, right? Background music, that can work. All these things help. You don't need them, but they help. Background music, super low, not overpowering. B-roll, motion graphics like images for social proof, screenshots, sound effects. So if you do a motion graphic, you put a screenshot on there, like a ding or like something to get them to look at what you're doing.
I found at the 5-second mark, have a sound effect and do a transition. Because then they're both quick notes like ding, and it's like now they're sucked back in. It works really well. Yeah.
Makes sense. Like I skip, wait, what?
Captions work really, I mean, we tested without captions, we tested with captions.
Do you just put them on the video?
We hard code it.
Yeah.
So that's the 5 things that easy variation. Say it again? You hard code it in the video, yeah. So your editing team puts them on the actual video.
Maybe somebody just watching on the side. You know, they go on YouTube, like, they go 19 views this week,
Say that again? Yeah.
So does that work well too, or?
Yeah.
just put it in.
I would do it without it first, and then I would test it with it to improve and see if you can get the control even better. So if you find an ad that's working and it's like crushing, one way you can split test it is with a banner at the top, or like what's called like an overlay, right? So you put like a black bar at the top with like a headset.
Have you noticed that the side angles do better than the page angles, or vice versa?
Oh, well, our best ad is all right to the Facebook basket, and I get compliments and clients from that a lot. What?
So like pain.
So pain, like fear, pain and fear.
Depends on the market, like
Yeah.
how aware the market. It's like we have 2 brands. One it's a less aware market, one beginner desire works way better. The other one more intermediate, more aware, maybe doing it longer, so the pain works way better.
Yeah, like an easy angle for anyone here is like, what are the top, like especially if you like make money online, or you're trying to help someone start a business, right? Like, what is everyone talking about right now? Crypto, right? Probably Forex or something, or the stock market. These are all opportunities for them. Say it again.
Miami.
Yeah.
Are you considering moving to Miami? Apply my course.
Yeah, you could really get back.
Yeah, but it's like
Completely unrelated.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, you just change subjects like this. By the way.
Brian, when you have like a winning ad, you just mentioned this, like it's doing really well, but you need to refresh the creative. How do you take that like and have a low investment way of adding a variation to it?
Yeah, so there's 2 ways you can do it, right? So you have a control ad, it's crushing, it's working. The 2 ways you can like try to find another winning ad is you write 5 ebooks and you just keep the body and the close, right? So you don't touch control of like the main half of the ad where you have story and close, you just new intros, right? Use 0 to 15 seconds. That's it. And you can film those on your phone too, and just edit them into this piece, which is why you film these separately. So that's why we have our clients film these separately. The hooks are separate, and then they film the story and close. Unless you're just really good. Like Sam, you'd probably be really good. You can film it all in one take. But even if you do, what I would do to test against it is I would test 5 new intros and then have, or I guess you would edit it in this case, edit it into the controls. You don't have to film all the batteries. So that's one way. The other way is you just have your editing team essentially test out different things, like for example, adding the black bar or the white bar at the top where it's like something crazy. So like 7 secrets to X or something.
Oh, like a short?
It's like the YouTube ads like this, right? So these are the dimensions of an ad, right?
Yep.
This is the skip button right here.
Yep.
Skip. And then the ad's full screen, right? But then you have this black bar right here where it's like 3
The headline.
Yeah, exactly. Secrets for entrepreneurs. And so this is catching their attention right away, and that might give you an extra edge on having them continue watching past 5 seconds.
Would you also do like captions at the bottom?
Yeah, so we always have
Another black
captions on
bar?
every ad.
Oh, you do? On every ad?
Every ad.
Do you think that performs better?
By about 15%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was that? You have the ad, the bar on every ad now.
Oh, no, just captions. Captions on every ad.
So if you have an ad that's working really well, you actually think a bit more that the ad's working as opposed to the hook. Because what we tend to do is like if an ad's working really well, we'll actually integrate the body and keep the same hook, but it sounds like you think a bit differently. It's like actually we'll swap out the hook.
One thing that Brian, I learned from him is that if something's working and you're like sitting at your desk, go film the same hook on your phone or a different location, and then you can, that's variation.
Change the environment.
But it's the same hook, just different environment, or editing. You can do with the editing.
Yeah, so like for example, right, like one of our clients, Cole, right, Cole Gordon, he has, who's seen the ad from Cole Gordon where it's like, oh, let me let you in on a little secret. All these online gurus have it ass backwards. Did anyone seen that ad? Yeah. So that's like, that ad of his spent like $900,000, and he spent like $1 million last year. That was just that ad. That was the only ad that made him all money, right? And so what I told him to do was I told him, like, he just filmed it in his studio. And I was like, dude, you should just go film this in a number of different, like Mitch said, a number of different places for the hook. Just switch it up.
Good. Brian, what kind of KPIs are we looking in the Google thing to kind of check if the ad is working, or maybe landing page is that, or what are some metrics?
Yeah, so honestly, for the ads, like we just look at well, first of all, is it getting conversions that are at a good cost per lead, cost per call, right? But for the ads specifically, we just look at the click-through rate, right?
What's the good KPI range for click-through?
If it's less than 1%, we just optimize the click-through. So if it's less than 1%, we always just write it in the hook.
What's exceptional? Like
5%, that's good.
Like 3%.
Tap Brothers-
5 is exceptional, less than 1 is unacceptable.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have a 5% click-through rate, like the Tap Brothers, they stopped doing this exercise. I mean, I use that as a case study because it's going to run for 2 years.
At
4
what
months, and 6
CPM though?
days.
5% CTR?
Say it again.
At what CPM? Because like sometimes my CPM will go up to like $110, but I'll get like 3% CTR on an ad. But then it'll balance itself out.
Yeah, so like, is the campaign profitable?
Yeah.
Profitable?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I wouldn't pay for it.
So it really boils down to CTR.
That's all we secure.
And in most of these funnels for VSLs, do they have opt-in at the front?
Yeah.
Do you know a good range of cost per lead and cost per call from what you're saying?
Yeah, it depends on the niche. Right now, I would say on average, like if you're doing something in the biz op, make money online, $25 to $30 a lead is like pretty standard right now. If you're in the B2C, you can get $10 to $15. It also just depends, like, on your business.
How do you know the ad needs refreshing versus you find new audience?
I would follow what Sam said. I mean, if you have 5 ads, right, and one takes off, you can realistically run that at less than $1,000 a day, or even $1,000 a day for a few months without needing to refresh it. But I would always, the thing that I got in the habit of that Dean taught me was whenever he would find a winning ad, then he would just get in the habit of trying to find another winning ad. So like for example, right, with Dean, for his free plus shipping book offer, Millionaire Success Habits, that was the offer that I helped him scale on YouTube. And we filmed 123 YouTube ads for that one offer over a matter of two years and a few months. 123 YouTube ads for that one offer. Out of the 123 YouTube ads, only 12 of them like converted pretty well. And out of those 12 that converted pretty well, there was only like 4 or 5 that made 80% of the money. So we tested 123 ads. And that offer on the front end made about $2 to $3 million just on the front.
So when he's doing that, is he finding new audiences as well, or he takes the audiences that work and then replaces those?
Great question. Yeah. So this is one thing that I learned from him that I use for all of our clients as well. Is when you have an ad that's working, right? There's a hack that you can do that probably a lot of you know is where you can actually look at your placements tab, right? So placements, and then there's a tab called Where Ads Showed. And so when you look at your Where Ads Showed, this is also a way to like not have to think about what ads you should create. Like if you're thinking about, I need to create a new ad, I'm worried about my ad fatigue, let's say, right? You just go to Where Ads Showed and you can literally sort by conversions and see what channels and videos you're getting leads on and booked calls from. So you can use that information to now look at the titles of the videos you're getting conversions on and use that for your creative next. So what we do is we find, for example, in Cole Borden's case, right, a lot of his market was interested in affiliate marketing. He was converting on a bunch of affiliate marketing videos, channels related to affiliate marketing. And so what I said was, dude, your audience is interested in affiliate marketing, so what I would do is I would create another ad with the hook being, or just another hook send. Basically, it's another ad, right? Because it's a whole new angle. But the ad is affiliate marketing is dead. The new way to affiliate market in 2022 is remote closing. Like using the keyword that you're getting conversions in already for your account as a new angle for an ad. And then that allows you to then expand and scale using something that's already proven to convert your ads account to a brand new audience you haven't even targeted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's one way, right? The other way is, let's say you're already targeting keywords, right? So with Dean, right, one of the best keywords for his free plus shipping book offer was the law of attraction. And so I was like, Dean, I need you to film a new ad with the hook being the law of attraction in the first 5 seconds. So his ad was, the law of attraction, does it really work? And that shows to any video that has law of attraction in the title, the description, or the channel name. So you can see how it's very, very relevant for that audience now. So that's how you can come up with new ads based off of the targeting that's converted for you.
Brian, how would you target if your niche is, because I don't know any keywords or targeting, like my niche is architects and interior designers, how would you target them?
There's in-market of probably architects. So there's in-market audiences, right? And affinity audiences, right? So those are pretty limited, but I guarantee you'll be able to find a sweet spot with one of those two audiences.
What was the second one? In-market?
In-market audiences and affinity audiences. So in-market audiences is people that Google classifies as like people that are in the market to buy a certain thing, right? So like a good one for everybody here would probably be advertising and marketing, right? That would be one for us as well. In the market for advertising and marketing services. Right? So I'll look there. And then there's affinities, which is interests, right? So there's 2 broad spectrums of targeting on YouTube. Affinities is based off of interests, right? So what people are interested in. And then there's intent, right? So what people are actually watching, searching for. So usually it's always best to start with intent, right? Which is why we use keywords and custom intent audiences, right? So keywords, like I mentioned earlier, the law of attraction, that allows you to show your ads on any video, channel, or even video that has a description with the law of attraction in it, right? And so you can also find tons of other channels you can target that way. We use custom intent because you can target people based on what they're actually searching for on Google. And that's obviously really intent-based. So if you can show your ad to someone who's typing in a keyword, that mindset, or law of attraction, or whatever you're going for, you're selling, Amazon FBA, right? You'd be able to target.
Brian, you said in the US, leads would cost from $20 to $30. In Europe, what you have seen for like B2B?
All of our clients are in US, UK, Canada.
Yeah, in Europe we are running as we want to know.
What's the lead cost? What's a good lead cost?
Like lead as an opt-in? Or
Yeah.
We don't do any opt-ins.
But like, what's it called?
Per call, per survey, so to say, it's like around 100 and 100 euro in BTC space. I think to be like 150 to 200.
Like for example, is Maria here?
Wait.
Maria, what's your lead cost in Chile?
No.
$2.
Landing page.
She's getting $2 leads. And she thinks that's hot.
No, my links were working for Ryan for $4, now we're $2 from using the
What's your fund for your UK guy? How much is it?
What are you selling?
Like, it's like, almost 6 million months. It's almost 6 million months starting in April.
So it's like this office?
Yeah, this one.
I mean, probably like, I would say you do it
Right, that's £20.
So you were saying,
Yeah, so for the targeting, you start with keywords and custom intent. Those are the lowest hanging fruit. Right now,
Because I'm cheaper than
website visitors, so for the targeting, right, like, who's already running YouTube ads? Okay, great. Who wants to start running YouTube ads? Okay. Well, there's two types of targeting. I already explained that, right? But if you're not running YouTube ads, you're going to start running YouTube ads. The easiest way that we found to get conversions fast is going after intent-based targeting. These are, right? These are keywords and custom intent audiences.
Just hire adspend.com.
That too. Keywords and custom intent, right? So we have what we call the targeting timeline. Okay, so this is scale. So when you're starting, right, the best targeting you can start with is your lowest hanging fruit. So this would be remarketing, RM for remarketing. This would be YouTube, right? These are anyone who subscribed to your channel, liked a video from your channel, commented on your channel, shared a video from your channel, and added any video of yours into a playlist of theirs.
Is there an option to get lookalikes from them?
Say it again.
Is there an option to get lookalikes from them?
Google likes.
Lookalikes.
Oh, lookalikes, yeah. Yeah, you can make similar audiences off any piece. Yeah. So when you start running YouTube ads, you want to create audiences of your YouTube channel, even if it's your ads channel, right? So you know how, first of all, you want to have two channels like Sam said. One organic and one just for ads. You can link both and create audiences based off both of them. So that way you're not running ads at your organic channel and skewing your metrics. You have a separate channel just for ads. And you link both to your ads account. So remarketing YouTube, right? And then you have keywords. Keywords I just explained. And then you have custom intent.
Sorry. The remarketing is what? Like retargeting?
Anyone who's already been to your opt-in page, your landing page, didn't book a call yet.
All right. And do you have to have a pixel on that? Like, is this like Facebook where you have to have a pixel on that page before they hit it?
Analytics.
So if I have sent a ton of traffic
It'll be retroactive for the last 30 days.
for the last 30 days. Okay. So I don't have to actually set it up beforehand. It's like since it's on Google.
I'll set it up now.
They
so
just
you
know.
can,
Yeah.
So you can just start collecting it.
I found out with remarketing, like your website visitors on YouTube isn't as effective as it is on Facebook.
Yeah, like YouTube now seems to be like what it, like it's like switched, right? Like YouTube used to be your marketing when you were running Facebook ads, but now it's like YouTube's your primary.
Yeah,
And
Facebook's the retargeting. Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
But like if you're retargeting a YouTube channel, it's much better.
Yeah, so like my friend Clark Kegley, right? Like he has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube probably now, but he is getting about 5 booked calls a day just remarketing his YouTube audience. Only. He hasn't even gone cold yet. And he's filling his calendar just remarketing to his YouTube.
And we're assuming you already have subscribers and videos.
Yeah, so that's if you have a popular channel, right? So let's say you don't have remarketing, let's say you don't have YouTube. You start right here. Keywords and custom intent. Again, keywords, you can type in keywords keywords is like contextual, right? So if you type in again, the law of attraction, it shows up on videos that have the law of attraction in the title, description, or channel name. Right? So it's going to be pretty relevant to what you're offering, if that's your offer. If you have custom intent, right, it's people that are actually searching for that keyword on YouTube. If they type in law of attraction on Google, right, so they're searching for it.
Could you
Yeah, search
like
ads are
custom intent? How does that differ from keyword?
So keyword is anyone who's watching these videos, right? So basically it's like if you show your ad to someone who's watching a video of the law of attraction right now, your ad's gonna pop up before that video starts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Custom intent is they've searched on Google law of attraction. Doesn't necessarily mean they're watching videos on law of attraction on YouTube.
Got it.
The next time they're on YouTube, you're gonna target them.
Got it. Okay, so the keywords are literal, actual keywords in front of specific videos for
With
that.
that content. Got it.
That's good enough.
So that's the best way that we found to start, right? And then if you're scaling, like most of you are already running YouTube ads,
Right, so custom intent is more based on the search history.
yep. Of the
Or websites.
yeah, websites as well. So you can do also it's like it's basically called custom audience, right? So you can select people who have browsed any of these websites or have similar interests to this, right? And then it's people who have searched for these things on
What's more
Just
effective?
on the keyword, so the law of attraction, because we know the personal development space is a good audience for us from Facebook ads, for the dating niche.
And you do one website.
Would you then say law of attraction? That's very personal development like, and then in the creative, in the actual video, say, hey, if you're looking to use the law of attraction in dating, you're doing it wrong. So disqualified there. So anyone who's not like the law of attraction, but they're not interested in dating, they'll just skip the ad. Is that how you?
I would test that. I like that idea.
Which one's the most?
You wouldn't say law of attraction of dating in the keywords. You'd start at the bigger.
I mean, I guarantee you people that are, yeah, it kind of depends. Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just,
Dude, there's so many keywords.
I would only do that after you already have data that it's converting on videos for law of attraction. So then you have custom affinity audience. So custom affinity is you can type in keywords of people that are visiting similar websites of whatever your keyword is. So custom affinity, when you find a good keyword, and the reason why we set this up is when you find a good keyword that's converting, you can put that keyword in a custom affinity audience, and which creates an interest-based audience of that. Right? So it's a much, much bigger pool of people. It's like a Facebook interest, way bigger. So you're also going to show your ads to that now, which is a much, much bigger pool of people who are interested in this keyword.
Yeah.
So it's more scalable. And you've already proven it's going to convert. You got to test this, obviously, right? But chances are it'll do.
What's the difference between custom intent and custom affinity?
Mitch, you want to explain?
Yeah, custom intent is anything that people are like directly searching for, right? Custom affinity is more interest based. So like they're like similar people are watching this, right? So if we're watching something like law of attraction, it's gonna show people that affinity to these things.
Oh, okay,
So you reach
okay.
a broader audience, but custom intent is anybody's searching specific search term.
Directly.
I think of custom affinity is like Facebook interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Tony Robbins.
And part of my, I'm completely new to this as far as targeting. So when you're doing each one of these, are you running one ad, a campaign with one ad to just keywords, and then a different campaign, same ad to just intent based, and then same ad? Like you're not running one ad in one campaign to multiple. They're all indifferent. Yeah.
It's one audience, all right? So it's either one keyword or one in-market audience, but it's 5 ads.
5
We're
ads.
letting the algorithm optimize the ad.
5 ads to one singular keyword.
One single.
They have to do like several keywords.
We've done, so like, there's what's called like the stuffing method, which is you can do like 30 keywords. It just takes forever to optimize because the first key, because what happens is Google, the way they spend your money for YouTube with keywords is if you have, let's say 10 keywords in one campaign, one of them is going to get 80% of the spend. And if it's not converting, right, you gotta be watching it every single day. So you can pause it when it's 2 to 3x higher than CPA, right? And then it's gonna optimize, it's gonna go to the next keyword or one of the keywords, right? You got to keep pausing them until you find one that works, which is easy to manage, right? But the way you avoid that is you just put each of the keywords in a separate campaign.
So you have, if I wanted to target 10 different keywords, I'd have 10 different campaigns.
Yeah, that's the best way to structure it, for like pinpoint accuracy.
Got it.
That's
And
with keywords, but when you create a custom intent or custom affinity, you can pull them all together and now create one audience. But when you're doing keywords, you want to have them individually with one ad in one campaign. Targeting
so that's only for keywords. So keywords have their own.
Yeah, but then you can also take all those keywords and put them in what Brian said in a custom intent or custom affinity audience, and that's one campaign.
So once you know your keywords, let's say I'm going to test 50 different keywords, and I get 7 of them that work. I'm going to take those 7. I'm going to
Custom affinity.
cut it to custom affinity.
Yeah, so like one easy thing you guys can do, like if I was Sam, what I would be doing was targeting competitors in the space that are popular as well, and putting their names in like a custom intent. So anyone who searches his competitors, now Sam's showing his ads. Or same with the custom affinity, like ClickFunnels, right? Everyone on ClickFunnels is going to be a course or coach creator or whatever like you would put ClickFunnels.com as a custom affinity, right?
There's no limit to how many you can put in there, right?
I mean, now people say like 15 to 30. I found one works.
For affinities?
For both custom intent and affinity.
I find that it doesn't
But
work.
it'll show you the estimation of the size too. It'll show you like how many people are on this audience.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, it's pretty accurate actually. It used to not be, but now it's pretty accurate.
But keywords are the only one where you only target one.
Yeah.
The rest of them you can do multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, per
You
campaign.
said 5 hours.
We like to do 5. That way it's not like 20 campaigns, right? So we put 5 keywords and it's just these good laws. From a man, we're an agency, right? So, you know, it's just
What I found, the algorithm, this is just what I found is that, what he's saying, how Google works, it's literally like whatever ad was approved first, or whatever keyword it starts showing impressions on, it'll spend like 80% of the money there. And I was like, okay, well, I think these ads are good, so I just built them into their own individual campaigns. That's the best way, like Brian was saying to do it, so you could do that. I've just found it's not accurate. Like, this ad could be crushing, but you think it's shit because Google's not spending money on it, and then you throw in its own campaign and it crushes. So I recommend just one ad, one keyword.
Yeah, there's like 2 ways to structure, right? There's like the 5x5 method, right? Which is like what we call, it's like 5 campaigns, 5 ads, and it's just like 5 different audiences, 5 different keywords in that campaign. Then there's the 15x15 method, which is like 1 ad, 1 audience, 1 ad for 1 campaign. So you're just breaking them out into each. But the problem with the 15x15, like what you're saying, 30 different campaigns, it's less budget each campaign. See, so like now, your budget goes from, I don't know, $300 a day. Like now you're only doing $10 a day for 1 campaign. You know how much you spend.
Yeah.
So then it takes a lot longer to find a winner and what's optimized for. So we like to do 5 keywords, right, per campaign, and then 5.
Wait, so you do 5 keywords?
Well, we do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just easier to test and find a winner faster versus like 30 or whatever. But if you wanted to be really specific about it, you break everything out to an individual campaign.
And you can combine intent and affinity ones in the same audience, in the same campaign?
You can combine them if you want. We can do combined audiences, that's a separate thing. But you can put custom intent and custom intent in the same audience, but it's going to be an or function, right? So it's going to be this one or this one. It's not going to be combined. Unless you combine them both. That's a whole separate thing.
Okay.
That's like when you're getting to scale. Like
Cool.
with Maria, what I had her do was she was like experiencing high cost per lead, bad cost per call, right? And then I showed her how to combine audiences, which reduced her cost per lead by half. She was already spending $1,000 a day.
Okay.
Brian, if you're using the 5x5 method, YouTube's telling you which keyword the conversions came from.
I would spend per occupation. On Facebook, I find it dies at like $30 per.
But can you scale to $2,000 in one campaign?
Yeah.
You can.
I had $5,000 on one campaign.
Really?
And without fatigue? Like no issue?
We just kept adding new creatives, and it would just keep going.
What all of you do to try and move keywords?
How do I find good keywords? Yeah, there's a few tools like keyword search by who knows our tech, right?
Yeah.
Keyword search is a good software for that. You can even just go to YouTube, right? YouTube incognito and search for keywords related to what you're selling. You'll find actual search phrases that people are searching for on Google and YouTube.
TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy. Yeah. Especially if you have a YouTube organic channel already, you can use TubeBuddy, you can use your tags, a lot of
You stick to like the Google recommendation of 5 times CPA as like a budget, or do you
target CPA.
Yeah.
When you're starting, yeah. But then you want to lower it back to what you actually want.
So I mean, like in terms of the daily budget, if let's say your CPA is like $10 a lead, do you make sure the campaign's spending at least $50 a day, or
We do
not be spending less?
So we do like $100 per campaign, but if we want to go for $10 cost per leads, we start with like 30 first.
Oh, really?
Give it more. Yeah.
So your budget's less than your TCPA amount? Ah, I always thought it had to be higher. You said your TCPA at $100?
No, that's 30. Our campaign budget.
Oh, okay, so it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Your budget should be higher than what you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like 3 times target CPA?
3 to 5 times.
Yeah.
To start.
Even 3 times you find is enough for it to like learn.
To spend, right? You just going to. So what we do is we start with max conversions to start.
Yeah.
When we're testing, we start with max conversions because max conversions hitting, it's going to spend, right? And you just need to acquire data as fast as possible.
Yeah.
You need to see what's working, and once it's converting, then you switch to target CPA. So what I mean by converting is getting conversions, right? Getting booked calls, and it's working on mass conversions. If it's working on mass conversions, it's going to work even better on target CPA. So.
Yeah, I don't use max conversions at all.
What should be the target CPA?
2 to 3x what you're actually wanting. If you're, wanting it to. So like for example, like if you want to go for leads for $10, $30, and you just lower it from there.
So just to clarify, you're like 3 to 5 CPA for like the daily budget, 2 to 3 for the TCPA.
No, for TCPA.
Oh, so 3
to 5 for the TCPA.
So for the daily budget though, are you like making sure that
The budget for the campaigns depends upon what your budget for days.
Right. So you're not worried about like not giving it enough budget to optimize it. So you like 1 week or the
You want to get more data.
Brian, you start ads at $100 per day?
So we do 5 campaigns.
Yeah.
$100 per campaign.
Okay.
Right, so then target CPA is, because we're optimizing for leads at first calls to start, right?
Yeah.
So our target CPA is something.
Okay, but then like,
Get enough.
how many days do you give it before you deem that it's not working or it is working?
If the campaign goes like for $100, right? The campaign goes to $500. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't get any booked calls, doesn't get any calls for leads that are healthy. Just cut it off.
So like
But
5 days.
Before you cut it off, if you're using keywords, again, there might be a keyword in there that spend you just optimize.
I always do like 1 keyword, 1 ad.
Yeah, so that's the, if you want pinpoint accuracy,
Yeah.
you do everything in its own campaign, and it's just easier because then you can just pause that. If you do it in the same campaign, you have to start trimming the fat in that. So there's 2 ways to slice it.
Which is the best?
It depends what's easier for you.
Yeah.
Right? Like how much time you're going to allocate to running your own ads.
Yeah.
How do you want to structure it so it's like easier for you to manage. The best way would be all individual campaigns. But that creates some complexity for some people because they're not used to running ads, they want to run ads.
That's what Kashurba said. Break them all out. Only ever one audience within one. Yeah.
Do you, with your objectives, I know this is a super technical question, but like what's the, like do you do like sales objection, lead objection, traffic objection? Like when you hit, like when it, like the very first, you hit the plus button, it says create campaign, right? Like what's your objective? Leads? Yeah, okay. Because like when I would go and watch videos and stuff on YouTube, they'd be like, do a custom campaign, and then do a custom video campaign, and then set the whole thing up. I'm like, this can't be right. But
yeah,
just leads, okay.
Hey, Brian, so for those of us that converted over from Facebook to YouTube, one of the things I thought would potentially work, which didn't, maybe I did something wrong. I tested like the audiences that were working on Facebook, and I tested, some ads with those same audiences on YouTube. I mean, the ones that actually really worked well for quite a long time, and nothing happened. Is that common, or is that?
I'll have to see when you test it exactly. It's kind of hard. I mean, it could be the ads, it could be targeting. It's hard to say. What type of targeting do you do with that?
I was doing both. I was doing placement as well as keyword targeting.
Yeah, I can take a look.
Hey, Brian. What's the kind of KPI for determining whether an audience doesn't work? So, for example, maybe with one angle, it doesn't give twice, but with another kind of ad, it will give twice. What's your KPI? Do you have KPI?
So like if both ads are working, but one ad's working better?
No, so find an audience. You may know it like you feel but you put an ad angle towards it and it doesn't produce anything. When do you give up on the audience?
When do you give up the audience when you have a feeling that the target is going to convert?
Yeah, because you know people are quiet. Have you counted that situation?
I can't think of a specific example recently, no. But I like the question. It's causing me to think right now.
Like
I'm not sure how to go back to it.
we look like if the CTR with this audience is like really
We
loyal.
also, if we're starting out with leads, then rather
Yeah.
Well, you have both, right? Like you're going to have leads and both in.
So we start with leads, right?
Do you ever optimize for book calls?
Yeah, so one way you can do it is you can duplicate a winning campaign and just optimize for conversion rate of calls.
Does that,
So you can get better book calls from that.
have you historically ever seen it to be more effective?
Yeah.
Really?
Meaning that it's it's optimizing not for the amount of people that
You're getting cheaper, like.
Because you're optimizing for book calls, not leads. So you start with both, right? And then
but it's like tracking it all the way through. So it's still tracked, you know, when there's an
we
option.
use hires,
do that.
so we know
I'm gonna do that.
ad spend,
Okay.
how much that.
So when you have a winning campaign and it's optimizing for
So
leads,
just sorry, and this is super helpful. So thank you very much. So like if I'm just starting out, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set up. I'm just gonna pull a number out of my butt here. But I'm gonna set up 10 campaigns, right? I'm gonna have let's say I have five ads. And I want to target 10 keywords. 5 ads in the same 5 ads in all the campaigns. 10 different keywords. I'm going to run those until I find winning keywords. I find my 3 winning keywords or 4 winning keywords, whatever it is out of those, then move from there to create a custom intent and custom affinity audiences from there and then continue to scale.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would, that's a good way to explain it. Also, go ahead. Just one ad. Yeah.
There's ways to, it sounds like maybe you could reduce complexity that way or no?
Yeah, I just, it's the same thing that happens, right? One of the ads gets more spend. It's just the same thing, like, it's like a bidding system. This ad could take 80% of the spend and then you don't get any spend. So you're gonna duplicate it anyways, right? So you might as well just have them all split.
Budgets? Do you ever use shared budgets to help with optimization across campaigns or no?
Is there anything else on that spectrum, or is it like custom affinity?
Yeah, custom intent, and then there's custom affinity, I should say, in market. I'm just gonna send you guys the slides. This is all a whole presentation. It's step by step.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You can go through it and like you can literally just follow it. It's the same thing I did for Mitch's group. I'll just give you the slides. And there's just a lot of stuff that's like nuance that I'm missing. Because basically with the keywords, right, the way you do it is you do broad, like you do specific keywords and you do competitive keywords, right? So the best way to target your ideal customers on YouTube is by going after your competitors. Because they all probably have YouTube channels, right? And they have following, right? So you just hijack their traffic, right? Just show your ads to their channel. But the best way to target them is not by channel, like we found, is by keywords.
Not channel.
Not channel. Because the channel sometimes doesn't spend.
Right, yeah.
The video sometimes don't spend.
Yeah.
That's why you target them as a keyword. Because again, that keyword is their name, which is going to target their channel and their videos.
Yeah. Because like my avatar is Russell Brunson quick funnels.
That you just do.
That
Isn't his like Russell Brunson dash quick funnels or something?
I think it's just Russell. It might be now. I don't know. Yeah, but that's it. Got it.
Right. What do you do if the leads you're getting through ESL are not financially qualified? Like if every metric is really good, but the leads are financially not qualified. Is there any like filter you do except for qualifying in the book?
That's a pretty complex situation because like besides being more qualifying in the hook and assuming you're being more qualifying on the landing page and the actual application, right? Like the lead quality, like because example, YouTube ad just gets into the opt-in page. The opt-in takes care of the rest.
Yeah, but we choose the audience in YouTube with the targeting, right?
So the only way to improve the lead quality really is to be more disqualifying in the ad, your messaging, and be more disqualifying and polarizing on the landing page and the VSL and the application, like being very clear on who this is for. For B2C, it's a little bit different, right? Like for B2C, it's hard to be like, you gotta have this much money. So, B2B it's a lot easier.
What are your financial, let's say, you ever do that, like Tom?
Yeah, we always remove lower than 50%. That's just usually junk traffic, unless it's a very low ticket offer.
Do they get that based on zip codes, or do you know when they get that data?
Well, so like you're always logged into Gmail, right?
Yeah.
So you're always just checking everything from Gmail. Bank accounts, this, that.
So they're listening.
They just know.
What?
Oh yeah.
You remember it's good. They know your bank account balance.
Well, I mean, no, you're logging into your bank account, right? So
Using Chrome?
you're purchasing
That sucks.
They kind of give you an idea of how much money you have.
Bro, they know everything. That's insane. Is that legal?
Yeah. You opted in for it.
Fuck.
It's a good thing.
It's good. No, it's definitely good for me.
We always.
It's good for advertising.
It's like I was listening to what you between 25 and 45.
It's kind of crazy.
Think about
Good range. Just select that. Don't go out. There's a big enough audience.
You know that's the audience.
Yeah. And on the male female, well, there's also unknown. You just untick. Tick that or leave that out.
For unknown?
Yeah.
I like to leave unknown in. Because there's a lot of people that Google doesn't have the information of yet.
Yeah.
Right? And it's that one's, we always remove lower than 50% household income, but unknown we leave. And it'll, you just gotta test it. If it doesn't work, then you can duplicate the campaign and just exclude unknown. See if it works better.
It makes sense or not.
Can you say one more time? Sorry.
Like, so if you're only excluding one age range, and say like the youngest, then you wouldn't want to exclude anyone. But if you know that like you have a finite amount of target range and it's only 2 ticks out of 5 or whatever, then excluding unknown could be good because it's a larger sample size of people out of your target audience. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's basically like, should you exclude or not?
Yeah, just depending on like how targeted the actual, your age range is, where, if it's super targeted, then it can make sense to exclude unknown if you're only targeting to the followers.
Yeah.
How many keywords did you say to start with?
I'll give you the whole slides. Yeah. It's all in there. It's all stuff. It's like literally, if you haven't ran YouTube ads before, it's a slide-by-slide presentation that I took like a long time to put together. Like, what's the easiest way to get someone from not having YouTube ads that wants to run YouTube ads? So it's just slide by slide by slide. Do this, do this, do this. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. You're the man. Going back to